Hi guys, thank you for tuning in again. I want to definitely give a big thank you to all of those who have continued to watch my videos, share, like, comment. I appreciate all the support. I do. So let's keep it going. We're growing really fast and I really appreciate it. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. So yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and get straight into the video. Today we're gonna be talking about relationships, and when I say relationships, I mean both romantic and strictly platonic relationships. The first question that I say to ask yourself is, what can I add to this person's life, and also what are they adding to mine? Know what it is that you bring to the table before you even consider giving someone parts of you or all of you. Know what it is that you're offering them. Also, like, make sure that you're actually something worth dealing with. Like, don't go into a relationship expecting a person to, I don't know, like, be everything and you're not offering anything. Be a package deal. So consider, what am I bringing to the table? Do I match this person? Does this person match me? So that's what I'm saying when I say, what can I add to this person's life? Remodel our mindset from what can this person do for me, and become a person who says, what can I do for this person? Does this person gain from me? Am I worth having in your life? Am I worth committing yourself to? So my next question is, are there any deal breakers that I'm ignoring? Does a person have kids? Is that a deal breaker for you? Does the person have a different religious preference than you? Is that a deal breaker for you? Know your deal breakers. Do not commit to something that you know you cannot live with at all. It will never work. It's unequally yoked. Anything that you know that, hey, this is not going to work for me. If you have to get up every morning and tell yourself, okay, I know that he squeezed the toothpaste from the middle and that drives me insane, but I'm gonna try to ride it out anyway. If that's a deal breaker for you, then you need to be able to acknowledge that deal breaker, accept it, and find you somebody who does not do that. Like, it's important to do that. You don't want to be in a relationship and be unhappy. The same thing with friendships. You don't want to be in a friendship and you know, oh, well, this person, all they want to do is smoke and blah blah blah, and I can't get with that, and oh, I hate the way it smells, and I hate this and I hate that, because you'll start forming a resentment towards that person. So that's a terrible way to start off any relationship, or to even try to keep on going. Next question. Do I trust this person? Friendship, relationship, do I trust you? Do I trust you with me? Can I say, hey, we're hanging out and it's okay for us to hang out because I trust that you have my back the same way that I have yours? Relationship, do I trust you financially? Do I trust you around me, around my family, around my kids, around whoever? Do I trust you? Do I trust your financial decisions? Do I trust that you have my best interests at heart? Can I trust you? Those are all things that are required and should be required in a relationship, if not already required. Definitely consider that, because if you can't trust a person, there's nothing for you to build off of whatsoever. There's nothing that can be birthed from a relationship built with no trust whatsoever. So also, the final question that I came up with was, are we on the same page? A lot of people don't have these conversations that should be mandatory conversations for a relationship, friendship, whatever. Hey, relationship wise, do I want to be with you in 5 years? Where do you see us going? Where do you see this going? What are you expecting of me? What do you want from me? Hey, I'm expecting this of you. If we're in a relationship or a friendship, I'm expecting you to check in on me. I'm expecting you to support me in my endeavors. I'm expecting a give and take relationship. I'm giving 100%, you're giving 100%. These are all things that need to be communicated. Communicate these things, because if you go into a relationship and you go ahead and have these conversations up front, no matter how abrupt they come off, you can never say, well, you didn't know that I wanted this. A person can never tell you, well, I didn't even know that that was your thought process. If you tell somebody, hey, my end goal with my next relationship is marriage. If we're working out and this is a good foundation that we've made, I'm looking towards marriage. You have some people that don't want to get married, but if you never have this conversation up front, you cannot hold a person accountable for it, because you never put it out there anyway. So now I'm going to some tips that I believe are also very, very, very essential to making any relationship last. Like I said, lovers or friends, business partners, whatever. These are some tips, and I came up with about 10 tips that I really, really think will help your relationship, your friendships, your connections, whatever you want to call it. So communication. Communicate about everything. I would like to say that I'm an over communicator. I don't know if that word makes sense, but I overly communicate. That's a big deal to me. Communication is a deal breaker for me. If you have piss poor communication, if you don't communicate whatsoever, or if you only communicate bits and pieces, that's a deal breaker for me, because I like to know things. I need to know. You need to know. If I'm going to communicate with you, I'm expecting that in return. So communicate about things that can and will impact you guys' relationship or friendship. Communicate about past relationships. What happened? Why didn't it work out? Well, at what point did you know that this wasn't going to work for you? Communicate about health. Does this person have any pre-existing health issues? Is there anything that runs in the family? Is there anything that I should know? Communicate about finances. If you're looking to really be serious about this relationship, or if you want to be married to this person, then you need to know these things. It's tough conversations, and it's conversations that require, to me, exclusivity. Like, if I'm going to indulge in these type of conversations with you, then it needs to be just me and you, because this is something that requires vulnerability. I'm going deeper into stuff that you don't tell people, like just hanging out. This is somebody who you're actually trying to build with, somebody who can either help or hinder your growth. So communicate. You need to also communicate about goals, what it is that I want to do, where I want to be in the next 2 years, next 5 years, next 10 years, my likes and dislikes. Am I okay with this? Am I okay with that? Communication is key. Next tip. Nobody is going to be 100% your Mrs. Right or Mr. Right. Nobody's going to meet that. And also understand that you're not going to be 100%. There's always going to be something that maybe you don't offer this person, or maybe it's going to take time for you to begin to be this person for them or something. Nobody is 100%. Now, people can fit you like a glove, but the beautiful thing about relationships is that you're in a position where it's a give and take. Like I keep saying, it's a push and pull. I'm going to be offering you something that you might not have, and that's what makes you two compatible. That's what makes you two this beautiful union, because you have this person who, I might be weak in this area, but this is an area that you're strong in. Like friendships. I have a best friend who, anything that I want to do, let's do it. Let's get it done. I have another friend that's my more reasonable friend. Like, okay, I understand that that's what you want to do. Are you sure you want to do it right now? Because it's a smarter way to do it. And that's the same thing to acquire in a relationship. In a romantic relationship, you never want to just count somebody out because they're not 100% what it is that you want. Because realistically, if you ask this person and get deeper into these conversations and connections, you'll soon see that you're also not 100%. This person might want you to add cayenne pepper to his food, and you might not cook with that, or whatever. It's something as small as that. Something as small as, do you take the trash out? Do you put a trash can up? Do you do this? Do you do that? Do you like grits? Do you like rice? Do you like oatmeal? Like, the simple things can make a difference. So definitely understand that nobody's going to be 100%. Don't have that expectation. Don't have unrealistic expectations. Treat people how you want to be treated. Basically, that's what I'm saying in a nutshell. So number 3, respect. Oh my gosh. Respect for friendships as well as romantic relationships. Treat them how you want to be treated. Don't expect what you don't offer. If you know that I'm only going to talk to you about these superficial things, don't expect that person to come pour out to you. If you're going to withhold information from them, have the same respect for them, because for whatever reason you feel a need to not indulge in these things, they probably feel that same way. Energy is transferable. Whatever you're giving me is what I'm also going to give you, and you have to respect that. Also respect a person's individuality. I cannot stress that enough. I get so much backlash, like, oh my gosh, like, you let him do this, you let him do that. Like, yeah, why not? Why not? You getting in a relationship with someone, or even in a friendship, should not identicate like some type of bondage. This person is who they are. They were that way before they got with you. Yes, they're going to adjust as you guys grow, but that should not erase their identity. Like, it should not erase their identity. You still need your identity. So if you know, hey, I have girls night every Wednesday, we do wind down, whatever, unwind with whoever every single Wednesday, don't cut that out. Like, keep your identity, remain who you are, remain true to yourself, and also allow another person to remain true to themselves. Don't try to pull from them or make them less than who they were before you. If you know your man goes to the gym every Monday and he hoop until 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever, allow him to do that. It's okay to have space. It's okay. Like, it's okay. If your bond is not strong enough to trust them to still be who they are and be equally as committed to you, if not more, then that is not the person for you. I'm telling you, that's not the person for you. Same thing with friendships. If your friends require you to be less of who you are as a person, it's not a real friend, because a real friend is going to take you for you, 110% of you. That's why they're attracted to you. That's what drew them in, is you being true to you, being who you are. So next, we're going to go to being complete. Don't go into a relationship a half individual. Do not do it. Go into a relationship being one whole being. If you go into a relationship being partial and expecting another person to fulfill you and to give you this, I don't know, like I said, fulfillment of self, it won't work. It won't work, because you have to first find you, identify with who you are, know what it is that you stand on, know your morals, your values, know these things. Don't go into a relationship expecting someone to fill in a void that you should have found before them, because if that relationship does not work, you're left with way less than what you came into it with. And even outside of it not working, if you go into a relationship a partial being, you can't give somebody 100% if you aren't even 100%. You can't do it. I can't be there for you if I'm no good for myself. I can't build you up if I can't even build myself up. I can't pour into you if I don't have anything in me. I need to be a full being. I need to be able to come in and say, okay, I'm independent enough to know that I can stand on my own. Don't expect things from people that you can't do for yourself. If you can't look in the mirror and tell yourself, okay, girl, dust it off, get up, you still got to get the rest of the day going, blah, 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 blah. Don't expect that from a mate or a friend. Don't expect that. That's too much. You're making yourself a job to a person. You're making yourself be like a half full jar or a half full cup. Don't do that. Leave room for people to add into you. Be open-minded and be adaptable. Be understanding. Be open. Be all of these things. But at the same time, you need to know you. Know who you are, what it is that you want. Know who I am as a person and as a being. Also, past, learn from it, but leave it there. Leave it in the past. Leave it in the past. Just leave it there. Take from it what you need, but you can't go into a relationship or a friendship and punish the person for things that they had no knowledge of anyway, and that they did not do. You can't come into a relationship or a friendship and say, oh, well, I'm going to be halfway with you because the last time I gave this person this, they did this and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. You can't do that. It's not fair to the person, and you're not giving you guys' relationship or friendship a fair chance anyway, because you already have come into it with a preconceived notion and doubts and fearful and all of these other things. If you're going to do it all the way. Be 100%. Be open. Be willing to experience new things. Give this person their fair chance. A person is innocent until proven guilty. If they have never given you a reason to doubt them, don't go into it doubting them. If they've never given you a reason to believe they're going to do these things to you, or whatever the case may be, if you know that you're only feeling this way about this person because the last person did this, it's not fair. It's not fair to them. And you also have to think about, would I want somebody to do that to me? Would I want a person to come into a friendship or a relationship with me, and every time I turn around, I'm running to the grocery store and he think I'm off with some other guy? Eventually, you're going to put a dampen on that relationship, and it's not going to work. Same thing with a friendship. If I say, oh, I can't trust you around I don't know, my man, because the last friend did this and did that and blah, 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 blah. Eventually, that friend is going to get tired of that because I never did that to you. I never gave you a reason to even look at me that way. I never gave you a reason to even assume that I would be that person who hurt you from before. So, next, accountability. Accountability. Like I said, you have flaws too. Understand that. Understand that and be willing to communicate. Let a person tell you, like, hey, girl, you know, it really made me feel like whatever, whatever, when you did whatever, whatever. You can't just throw up a wall like, oh, well, I mean, nah, you just tripping. No, if this is a friendship that you really want, then you need to understand that people are going to receive things differently. Even if you didn't necessarily put it out that way, perception is reality. So whatever it is that I'm allowing you to feel, or I'm creating what type of hostile environment or whatever the case is, you need to understand that they're human. So they're going to feel how they feel, and you have to acknowledge that if you care about this person, you're going to respect how they feel. Same thing with relationships. If your man, your woman come and tell you, hey babe, when you did this, it made me feel like that. Don't tell them that what they feel isn't real. Don't tell them that, well, that ain't how it went. Well, that ain't how I remember it, because that's how they received it. How they received it, you still need to hold some type of accountability and say, you know what, let me look in the mirror. Even though I didn't mean for it to come off that way, I can't own it and say, you know what, I apologize, babe. Going forward, how would you like me to do this? Or even to your friend, girl, I did not mean that. I'm so sorry. Like, that was not my intentions to make you feel this way. So how would you like me to approach the situation going forward? Next thing, know if you're ready. Know if you're ready. Like, is this a relationship that you really want, or is this a relationship that I've been dealing with you for so long that it just don't even make sense to be with nobody else? Like, know if you're like, know if you're ready. Know if, like, am I in a place where I can really commit fully to this relationship, to this friendship? Am I in a place where I still need to heal myself or recover from whatever it is that I've gone through? Or am I in a place where my energies are even aligned for me to even be ready to give something to somebody else? Can I handle whatever this person comes with? Or can I be a part of a person's life without dumping onto them and pouring negativity into them? Can I be that? Am I in a place where I'm open enough to the possibilities? Am I in that place? So know if you're ready. Know if it's something that you're really wanting for, as far as relationship. Know if it's something that you're really wanting, or do you just not want to be alone? Like, am I really ready for a relationship, or am I just lonely? Am I tired of being on my own? Am I really ready for this friendship, or do I just want somebody to go to the bar with? So those are things to ask yourself to even know if you're ready, because that's a big portion of it. If you're not ready and you're trying to convince yourself that I can get ready because, oh, this person is here now, or, oh, I'm just so tired of this, you're going off on a wrong foot. You're starting on the wrong foot, because you can't do that. So next, never stop working on you. Everybody is a work in progress, no matter how old you are, no matter what you done been through. Your experience does not define readiness to someone else. It just doesn't. It doesn't. And vice versa. Never stop working on you. Never stop working on your relationship. Never stop, because every day you should be learning and growing. Every single day, every moment that you have breath in your body, there's a learning experience. There's some type of growth that should be happening. Change is inevitable. Therefore, growth should be the same way. There should never be a time where you feel like, oh, I got it all figured out, or I done already been there, done that, so I already know how to handle this. You don't, because each person is different. No matter how many men you deal with, no matter how many women you deal with, no matter how many friends you deal with, every person is their own unique makeup. So no matter, even if he seems familiar, even if he seems like, oh, I already did this, and oh, he remind me of my ex, blah, 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 like all that stuff, it doesn't change that that person is an individual. So even though he might have some similarities, that doesn't mean that he's going to receive the things that you do the same way. And like I said, never stop working on yourself, especially because you might be dealing with people right now that have this attitude like, oh yeah, it's okay, that's just how she is, or that's just how he is. Everybody's not going to deal with that. And that's the reality of it. Everybody's not going to deal with, oh, that's just how I am. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Because you're not going to accept that from everybody. So don't expect other people to accept that. Never get comfortable is the next tip. Never get too comfortable. Never stop treating these people as you did in the beginning. Like I said, relationships or friendships, if you know that this friend requires XYZ from you, don't get into the friendship and a year down the line you decide I'm no longer gonna be that friend, because that person doesn't know why. They don't know what changed. The same thing with a relationship. Never get comfortable. Still acknowledge that person as though you was trying to get with them. Give them credit. Tell them they're still attractive, still chase them, still flirt, still go on dates, still do all these wonderful things. Keep the fire going. And that leads me into my 10th and final tip, is to have fun. Have fun. Life is so short. There's nothing promised. Tomorrow's not promised. Hell, the rest of the day is not promised. Have fun. Enjoy your time with people. Enjoy the people around you. Love on the people around you. Love on your friends. Love on your man, your woman, like whatever your preference is. I don't know. Like, love on the people around you. Have fun. Have fun. Don't make it an obligation. Don't make it a chore. Don't make it a job. Don't make it those things. Love on the people around you. Have fun. Go out. Do all these wonderful things. And that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, comment, leave tips down below. If I left something out, put it down there. Okay, thank you guys. Later.